The man surrounded by traitors is the wisest of all, because he's not naive. He knows that all those people around him are betrayers. A circle of loyal people brings comfort, but a circle of deceivers truly teaches you where reality reveals the exact spot where you feel weakest. A wise man doesn't demand loyalty. He examines intentions. He reads people's temptations. He understands the cracks behind every smile, and he senses the hidden motives behind every gesture. Don't desire a crowd of people. Desire clear people, because the man who understands traitors never loses his ground, and that's his greatest strength. He recognizes people by their truth, not by their words, and the one who reads the truth never gets deceived. The world's biggest misconception is that the person with more friends is the successful one, but reality tells a different story. The person who's been betrayed is the one who truly learns life's real lesson. Betrayal isn't a curse, it's a mirror. It makes you aware of your weakness. When someone stabs you in the back, they're not just wounding you, they're also showing you how cheaply you valued your trust. A smart person doesn't believe in promises. He knows that making a vow is easy, keeping it is hard. The person who swears loyalty to you today will change their stance tomorrow when circumstances shift. That's the way of the world. A wise person understands that every person has a price. Some are bought with money, some with respect, some with fear. He observes what each person's price is and distances himself accordingly. When someone betrays you, they teach you three things. First, who you gave importance to unnecessarily. Second, how little you valued your self-respect. Third, you placed your life in someone else's hands. A wise person believes in actions, not in declarations. He judges people more by what they do than what they say. He watches who bends to which temptation, who trembles at which fear. He reads the calculation behind every smile, which smile is genuine and which one is just a transaction, which hug is filled with love and which with conspiracy, which promise comes from the heart and which just from the tongue. A wise man understands the meaning of silence. Sometimes what a person doesn't say speaks louder than what they do say. When someone stays silent during your crisis, that silence itself reveals their true nature. Don't crave a crowd, crave truth. Search for real people, not numbers. Because in life, the greatest hurt wasn't dealt by your enemies, but by those you considered your own. The person who recognizes traitors never loses his ground. Here, ground doesn't just mean land, but your confidence, your identity, your dignity. When you start recognizing people by their truth instead of their words, that's when you slowly approach your real strength. Your vision sharpens, your wisdom awakens. There are two types of people in the world: those who praise you to your face and use you behind your back, and those who don't talk much but stand quietly by you in your crisis. The first type seduces you with their words. The second never breaks your trust through their behavior. The first gives you momentary pleasure. The second gives you lasting security. The person who reads the truth doesn't focus on people's words, but on their patterns. Someone's behavior on one day can deceive you, but their conduct over 10 years never lies. If someone has proven wrong in every relationship, assume they won't stay right with you for long either. Their history is their future. People don't change, they just hide. Ancient Stoic philosophers used to say that worrying about what you can't control is foolishness. You can't stop someone from betraying you, but you can definitely decide how you'll view that betrayal. Every pain is a teacher. Every deception is a mirror. It didn't come just to break you. It came to show you where you need to improve yourself. Betrayal isn't your enemy, it's your reflection. It shows you not others' truth, but your own. It asks you which people you let into your life without testing them, which words you believed too quickly. The question isn't why there are traitors in the world. The question is how you can change yourself so you don't fall into the same traps again. From a Stoic perspective, do 4 things. First, observe, don't react. When someone is sweet to your face and bitter behind your back, don't rush to expose them. Quietly watch, understand the pattern. Second, guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. Having a big heart is good, but leaving the gate wide open is foolishness. Third, set boundaries. Forgiving someone who repeatedly crosses the line isn't your obligation, it's your weakness. Be stoic, set rules, and gently distance those who don't respect them. Fourth, make yourself so strong that needing someone doesn't become an addiction. The person in your life should be a cause of gratitude, not of fear. The person who betrays you doesn't just show your worth, they also show where you need an upgrade. They taught you not to give a place in your heart so quickly to that type of person next time. They taught you not to say yes to those kinds of promises immediately. They taught you in which situations you forget your principles. If you learned all this, then that traitor became a blessing in your life, who by losing themselves returned your true self to you. Many people stay surrounded by traitors simply because they fear being alone. They know the person in front of them is fake, a liar, yet they hold on because they're afraid of an empty chair. But the truly wise person sees being surrounded by traitors as just a phase. He doesn't run from this phase. He reads it. He observes who bows down for what, who sells out for what. When he's finished reading, finished learning, he slowly starts removing these people from his life, without noise, without drama, without public announcement. He creates a circle around himself where there are either clear people or beautiful silence. He understands that peace isn't external, it's internal. A clear person isn't someone who's perfect. A clear person is someone who doesn't intentionally hurt you for their own benefit. They can get angry, make mistakes, but they're not two-faced. There's no hesitation in their eyes when they stand before you. They're the same in front of you and behind you. Their words don't have two colors. The person who understands traitors slowly searches for such clear people. He doesn't need a crowd. He needs clarity. He doesn't want 100 fake brothers. He wants 2 real people who'll stand with him, not just in good times, but in bad times too. If a person surrounded by traitors looks with the right perspective, they can become the most powerful, because they've seen what most people never see. They've endured lies that many people would be scared of just hearing about. They've come to understand that the rarest thing in the world isn't truth, not loyalty, but genuine intentions. They've learned that what a person says is far less than how much they live for their own self-interest. Therefore, a wise person doesn't build their foundation on others. They build their foundation on their principles, their character, their discipline, their God. When you do this, then no matter who leaves you, who speaks against you, you don't break inside. You become clearer. Your consciousness becomes sharper. True victory isn't taking revenge on traitors. True victory is developing such clarity, such maturity, such self-respect that you never fall in your own eyes. True victory is walking the path of wisdom after someone's betrayal, not bitterness. True victory is being able to say, yes, I was betrayed, but I learned from it. Yes, I trusted the wrong people, but now I trust myself more. A person surrounded by traitors has two paths. Either they make themselves a victim and curse the world, or they make themselves a student and learn from the world. If they choose the second path, slowly they become someone the world fears and can't understand. Because now they can read conspiracy in every smile, see insecurity behind every word, catch the weakness behind every drama. Now they don't ask anyone, "You're mine, right?" Now they just watch who stands with them in the storm, who just wants to sit in their shade when it's sunny. The person who understands traitors never loses his ground, because his ground now rests not on others' loyalty, but on their own clarity, and that's their greatest strength. If this message resonated with you even a little, if you've also tasted the bitter flavor of betrayal, deception, or fake people in life, then definitely subscribe to this channel. Because here we don't just talk motivational stuff. Here we try to understand life's hardest truths from a Stoic perspective. Write in the comments below, what betrayal taught you the biggest lesson in your life? Your experience could become a great lesson for someone else today. Subscribe, comment, and share this video with that person who needs this clarity the most. Because remember, the person who learns to read the truth, the world may not understand them, but they never lose themselves.